Hi, I'm Amy Wilkins, leadership coach, former media exec, and your host of Thriving in the Messy Middle. This is a space for women leaders navigating those in-between seasons, the moments when things feel uncertain, stretched, or messy, and you're trying to find your footing without losing yourself. Some episodes are conversations with remarkable women leaders sharing the lessons they've learned along the way. And other times, it's just you and me, slowing things down and naming what's really going on. Think of this as a place to reset, reflect, and reconnect with what matters most. Because thriving isn't about having it all figured out. It's about learning how to grow, lead, and move forward, even when things feel messy. Have you ever noticed there's an unspoken pressure in leadership to look like everything is handled? Like no one sees you flustered, you stay composed, you look like you have it all together no matter what's happening. For a long time, I thought that was the job. Keep it together, have the answers, don't let them see the cracks. But here's what I didn't realize at the time. I was modeling something. Not intentionally, not strategically, just in how I showed up. I had a moment that still makes me laugh, that reminded me of the value of letting them see all of it. My husband had just had surgery and he couldn't walk. I was getting him set up for the day, his lunch, a drink, everything he needed, while also making sure my daughter was ready for school. And I finally get out the door and I realize I actually forgot to leave him a drink. So I turn around, get back on the road, and realize I forgot my power cord, and we didn't have a spare in the office. So I turn around again, and then there was one more thing that I can't even remember now. But by the time all of that was done, I finally had to let my team know, you're going to see me around 11. When I got in, I shared the whole story with one of my team members, and she looked at me and she said, And I said, and what? And she said, your shirt's on inside out. I almost peed my pants. Like, talk about messy. And here's what hit me later. I didn't plan to model anything that day, but I did, because what we make visible as leaders matters. If we pretend we always have the answer, people learn to hide their uncertainty. If we never step away, people learn that rest isn't really allowed. If we send emails on vacation, people learn they're never really off. And on the flip side, when we say, I don't know, we make space for others to think. When we take a real break, we make it safer for others to do the same. And when we let a little bit of the messy show, we give people permission to be human. It's a fine line. Leadership asks for presence. It asks for accountability. But it doesn't ask us to be perfect. And when we try to look perfect, we often create environments where people feel like they have to be too. That's not where creativity lives. Creativity lives in spaces where people feel safe enough to speak, to try, to not have it all figured out. And safety doesn't come from what we say, it comes from what we show. So if you're leading right now, pay attention to what you're making visible, because your team is learning from you either way. Thank you so much for listening today. I hope something you heard gave you a little clarity, or maybe just a sense that you're not alone in this season. The messy middle isn't something we pass through once. It shows up again and again, and each time we meet it with a bit more awareness, a bit more choice, and a lot more self-trust. If this episode resonated, follow the show so you don't miss what's next. And if someone came to mind while listening, share it with them. That's how this community grows. You'll find links and resources in the show notes and more ways that we can work together at chooseaw.com. And I'll leave you with this reminder. You are the most worthwhile project you will ever work on. So until next time, keep thriving, even in the messy middle.